What up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Vibing with Fred. Listen, as you can see, today's video is not about me. All right, it's about a guy, American guy, who was here 2 weeks ago, and he was only here for 3 or 4 days. All right, he was here less than a week, and this situation happened to him. So today's video is going to be a little bit more serious, and maybe you can learn something from it. All right, he actually broke this story down to me, and I'm gonna give it to y'all. All right, so let's get into it. But first and foremost, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notifications on, so every time I post a new video, a new story, you guys are tuned in. All right, and then secondly, if you guys are enjoying the story times, drop a fire emoji in the chat. All right, so let's get into it, man. Like I said, bro had only been here for less than a week. Still new enough to be excited about everything that Salvador has to offer, that Brazil has to offer in general, but not experienced enough to know like danger, right? Not to recognize it in its disguise. He met this shorty at the beach, like at a beach bar here in Baja, and from what he told me, she was friendly, confident, the kind of person that makes a stranger feel like they known each other for a long time. You ever met somebody like that, where you might meet or talk through text? You might not even like virtually, like on a video call, might not see them. You might not even see them in person, but like you're just texting each other, but the connection is just connecting, and you feel like you've been knowing each other for a minute. So that was this case, right? They talked, they danced, they laughed. He thought he understood the situation, but he really didn't. All right, he didn't understand like as much as he thought he did. All right, he couldn't read between the beauty, the vibe. All right. After about an hour, she mentioned a friend who was nearby, which is another girl, who quote unquote loved foreigners. She was a Gringo lover, and was open-minded, quote unquote. All right. He didn't catch the red flags. I mean, and most people wouldn't. Let's be honest. Like, if you meet up with a girl, right, and she's like, "Oh, I got a friend that's close by. She's at another little bar, right, and she loves foreigners. Like, she loves their style. She loves this to interact with them, and she's open minded. Like, she's not, like reserved. Like, she likes to have fun. Like, what guy wouldn't be like, oh, well, shit, yeah, we could, let's pay this tab and, we'll shoot over to the next bar, right? He only heard what he needed to hear or what he wanted to hear. But again, like, at everything that I've told you up to this point, would you, yes or no, you can timestamp this in the chat and comment, yes or no, up to this point, do you see any red flags? All right, because me personally, I don't see any red flags up to this point. But yeah, when he agreed to invite both of them to his apartment. So first of all, let's backtrack a little bit. So they ended up going to the other spot where she met her friend. They had drinks, they were vibing, talking, chatting, whatever the case. Bro did not speak Portuguese like that, which could be it could be, yeah, it could be one of the main things, because he can't really decipher what they're saying. He can speak like very, 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 I wouldn't even say elementary Portuguese. Let's just say bro didn't speak Portuguese. He knew how to say like bom dia, which is like good morning, like the basic shit, like nothing too much, all right? Now, if they talking fast or just talking in general, he not gonna pick it up. You see what I'm saying? So they go to the next spot. He buying drinks. The drinks is flowing. The vibe is going. The music is jumping. And it's about, close to 9-10 o'clock at night. So it's not going to be like one of them late night parties nights. You know what I'm saying? He got two shorties that's open-minded. They vibing. And yeah. So now I guess the conversation was like, okay, let's go to the crib. So when he agreed to invite both of them to his apartment, he thought he was about to live every Gringo's fantasy imaginable, bro. Like, he thought he was gonna clap both of these shorties down, right? Like, he thought he was about to have a little threesome situation. Which again, like, it's not uncommon. Like it's something that can happen, bro. Like, um, if you're a guy who likes a poly relationship, you could have that. If you're a guy who likes like multiple wives, you can have that. Or multiple girlfriends, you can have that. Um, if you're a guy who is just monogamous and you just want one girl for the rest of your life, you can have that too. Brazil literally offers everything that one could possibly imagine. So, it's not uncommon. And if you spend enough time here in Brazil, uh, this 2-for-1 type of setup, hell, 3-for-1. In my case, at once it was like 5-to-1. Like, bro, it can happen. So let me just say that it can happen, bro. So, yeah. Anyways, so bro, he got to the crib, right? He thought he was about to have the rock star lifestyle situation, right? It was his first time with possibly, two women at once. So he cleaned up the place, right? Set the lighting, put the music on, going the whole shebang. Like he was setting the scene, all right? So he basically thought it was the start of something wild. And what he didn't know was these two women had done this before, bro, and many times, apparently, right? Because yeah, if you can just easily navigate like that, this ain't your first time, bro. Like, and yeah, you about to find out why. So it wasn't flirting. It wasn't spontaneous. It wasn't that they were really interested in him at all. Like, it was a clear and obvious setup. He just couldn't decipher it, bro. He couldn't depict it. He couldn't decode the Da Vinci Code. Like, he couldn't break it. Like, he couldn't see it. So when they arrived, everything seemed normal. They was laughing. They walked around the apartment, complimented his view because he had like a it wasn't like a penthouse, but it was penthouse views, right? It was at the very top of the building, and shit, any shorty that come to a crib that's at the top of a building. First of all, if any girl comes to your house and you live alone, that's luxury. Like, that's luxury. You can have a studio apartment, a little kitchenette, which is basically a studio where it only has, it's basically a studio. It's smaller than the studio, actually. But if you have any place that's yours and yours alone, even if it's for Airbnb and it's just yours alone, that's luxury to them. Because most people here, guys and girls, live with their parents, or they live with other like people. Whether it be like 2 or 3 friends that living together, and they all dividing rent that's like $400, right? So, it happens, bro. So like, they come into the crib, they loving what they seeing, and they hear, they like, oh shit, yeah, we we finna run it up, right? So they complimenting the view. But I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Any girl, now this is where I see my red flag at. Any girl that comes to your crib and they are, first of all, if you you're dealing with a good Brazilian girl, when she crosses the threshold of the door, right, to come into your house, they always say licença, which is excuse me, right? Because you're coming into somebody else's residence, someone else's place of peace, their house, right? So, if a girl is not saying that, I'm not saying she's out of line or it might be red flaggish, but most people with etiquette do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, like, people in the United States don't even do that. Like, when you go to somebody's house, you're not saying excuse me, like, or yeah, you're not saying that, bro. Like, so it'll kind of give you a level of like discernment, like who is coming into my house, like. So that would probably be my first red flag. I asked them, did they say that? Did they say licença, so they take their shoes off, right? Because it's just a respect thing, right? So that tells me that they don't really respect your house or you. You feel me? Second thing is they was just walking around his house without even him showing shit. Like it was like a 2-bedroom apartment, right? So it's pretty spacious. So you had to walk around and shit. Like they doing a tour on their own. Like hold the fuck up, bro. Like so you come to my house, you don't even say excuse me when you come in. You don't even take your shoes off, right? And then you just walking on, you just making yourself comfortable without me showing you. Like if I invite a girl to my crib, I'm showing her where you know where the layout basically. But I'm not doing that like sparingly with everybody. You see what I'm saying? But normally, like where I was staying before, you didn't really have to do that, right? Because it was pretty much a 1-bedroom, and it was a living room, a balcony, and a bathroom, right? I was like, oh, here's the bathroom in case you use the bathroom. Obviously, the kitchen is right here, right? So most of the time, but if you have a pretty big space, you know, and you feel comfortable with shorty, yeah, I don't bring people to my house I don't feel comfortable with. So for me, it's no big deal to show them around my spot. Like, you know, introduce them to my house, making them feel comfortable. Like if I don't feel comfortable doing that, or if you don't feel comfortable showing them around to the layout of your house, they shouldn't even be at your house, bro. Like if you don't feel comfortable showing your girl who is gonna be with you tonight, right, or somebody you're dating, like if you don't feel comfortable showing them around your house, then you shouldn't even have them at your house, right? Obviously, you're not gonna show them like all the little secret compartments and shit, or like where you keep shit, but at the very least, like, you know, hey, you know, this is my house, welcome, you know, feel comfortable, whoop-de-whoop. But if they doing that shit on their own, then yeah, that would be my first red flag, to be totally honest. But they, like I said, they acted comfortable, right? They was asking about his life in Brazil, what his plans are, you know, basically trying to soften the mood up. They acted comfortable, but too comfortable for people who had just met him, like at a bar. You know what I'm saying? Way too comfortable. And that, again, that would be my red flag, bro. Like you just met them off the street, right? Now I ain't gonna, again, like, have I met people on the street and tried to what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Try to basically size them up and, you know, read the room of the character of the person on the fly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've invited girls back to my crib like that I met at the beach that day, or at a bar that day, or that night, or a club. Like, yes, it happens, bro. We grown. We could be honest. But yeah, man, yeah. I think the walking around the crib part would be the red flag for me, 100%. All right. But then let's get back to the story. So then one of them asked him to take a shower because she liked her man smelling fresh, which again is not uncommon. Like most, damn near all women, I don't care where you at, all women want a man who smells good. I've only met like very few women who like, oh, I love a man who like has like the working smell, right? Like, yeah, but that shit ain't really common for real. But you know, you got some women who like that. But for the most part, most Brazilians love men who smell good. All right, so she's like, yeah, I like her man. She said, I like her man to smell fresh. Basically, is what she said, and he took it as a compliment, and he didn't think twice about it, right? So the moment the bathroom door closed, bro, is when everything pretty much shifted, all right? He in there, you know, thinking, yo, I'm finna crack both of these shorties, and he said it was fine too. All right, you know, I'm gonna crack both of these shorties. Let me get fresh, and then it took them like less than 5 minutes, bro. Less than 5 minutes. They went through every damn drawer, right? Every pocket, every bag. They took his phone, laptop, his wallet, his cards, his watch. I think he had like a Rolex or something like that. His chains, right? Jewelry. Anything that can fit in a backpack, they did, right? Anything that can fit in a backpack. And the crazy part about it is that it wasn't really a backpack. It was like one of those beach bags, right? Again, like It's kind of like a beach bar type setup, right? And it's it sits next to what you call it. It sits next to like the lighthouse in Baja. It's like a little cafe type situation, but then on the other side it's the beach, right? So it's not really like a bar for real. They have drinks, food, they do live music and shit. But you could come off of the beach and then go up there and chill. So that's basically where they was kicking it at. And then they met the other shorty down the street. So they both had like, well, one of them had like the beach bag. So they just fitting all this shit into that beach bag. Everything, bro. So then when he stepped out of the shower, you know, he ready, but the apartment was silent as shit. Like the music was still going. The door was slightly open though, like the front door. But the women was gone, bro. His clothes, they didn't really touch the clothes, right? The clothes were still fine. But everything else valuable wise, GG's, bro. That shit was gone. Bro said he feels sick to his stomach. Like the fantasy, like bro said he was trembling, shaking. Like the fantasy he thought he was about to have or about to experience literally evaporated in a matter of seconds, like instantly. Just imagine, bro, like, you know, you got two beautiful women in the crib. And yeah, man, like I'm gonna give my take on this shit at the very end, but yeah, let's keep going. So he called out their names, hoping that they was probably just playing around and joking, maybe hiding or something, but he already knew. So then he ran outside to the hallway, you know, where the elevator and shit was. Bro still is just in a towel for real. Like he's still in a towel, bro. But he runs to like the elevator. The numbers is moving, but you know, they gone, bro. So he's going down, right? Like the elevator's going down. But they gone, bro. And he stood there he stood there for a long time, bro, like not knowing if it should be angry, embarrassed, or shit, grateful that it didn't get violent. Cause, you know, there's cases where you know, you got girls, I don't know if it was in like Colombia, maybe that shit happened in Colombia a lot, where like girls they'll set up a guy and then guys will run into the crib with guns, masks and shit. You know, so like it can get worse than this. So I it's probably just a mix of emotions, bro. Just being angry, ashamed, embarrassed, you know, and then also slightly grateful that it didn't get violent. But when he went to the police the next morning, the officer barely reacted. And I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Like the police, I had dealt with a situation where I had to go to the police. Nothing on this level, but I went to a police station about some shit that happened, and they barely reacted, bro. Like it's like, this is normal, bro. Like that shit gone. Like, you know, it wasn't a lot of money. It was probably like $100 or some shit, you know. And they didn't even fucking realize. I mean, that's $500. Or that's $500 here, basically 500 and something here. This was some years ago, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, type shit. But yeah, bro, they barely reacted. Like, yeah, that shit gone, bro. And it's like they hear this shit happen all the time when Gringo's like complaining about shit. So it's not like they just gonna jump up and just run to your rescue to try to figure this shit out. Like if it's something that really, really is important, then yeah, they'll investigate and they'll get on the ground with it. But for some shit like this, they ain't gonna really do nothing, bro. They'll probably look into it a little bit, but it happens, and it's only so much they can do to find it unless you have like tracking on shit. But for the most part, if you don't, then yeah, you pretty much GG'd. So when bro left the station with the reality that he didn't really expect, like he thought it was gonna be a different outcome. He thought the police was gonna help him, but they didn't really help him, bro. But I would say this, bro. Sometimes danger arrives smiling, flirtatious, beautiful, fat ass, right? Like all that in a beautiful package, bro. Like sometimes danger arrives like that. Sometimes the setup feels like a dream until the moment you wake up. You feel me? And sometimes the hardest lessons come wrapped in temptations, bro. That's what that would be what I would say for the next person to try to somewhat avoid this shit. He said he never saw the women again. Never got any updates from like the police about what happened. But the experience changed him for sure. You know what I'm saying? Not just the way he trusted people, but just the way he moved through the city. But he already left. But the way he moved, I think he was here for like maybe a few more days after that. But it definitely opened his eyes to, you know, the possibilities. Because again, most people come to Brazil and they don't think that shit like that can happen, bro. But it happens, bro. But to someone say, if someone's like, oh man, no, Salvador is this, like speaking negative. Because there was one guy who got robbed his very first day and left the same night. Like he had his shit stole, kind of in a similar situation, right? I'll say this, bro. Black American men, whether it be in Brazil, Colombia, anywhere in the world, Black American men normally get set up, robbed behind pussy, bro. Right? Like that is, I feel like that is the kryptonite. That is the downfall for most black men that's traveling is vagina, right? They fall victim to that shit so many times. And I would say white travelers I can't say collectively. Actually, no, I can't say collectively. Most Europeans, most European travelers that I've known, or I've met, or I've seen, right, whether it be white Americans, Europeans from any other part of Europe, they move very, 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 very loose in the streets. Like I'm talking about just belligerently drunk, whether it be in Brazil, Colombia, any fucking where, bro. Like they're just very loose, and it's easy to hit a lick on them, bro. Right? And that's why most of the time you see them just drugged, or you see them in the street just drunk as fuck and get assaulted, robbed, or deleted. Like they get caught in other situations, but black men get caught behind women, bro. It never fails. It's always the same case. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But that's 9 times out of 10. That's what happens, right? So I would say to the person who has something to say negative about Salvador, look, Salvador didn't rob him, all right? It had nothing to do with Salvador. Had everything to do with his own innocence, all right? You gotta, like, again, bro, like there's sharks in the water here, right? And again, just like I said, sometimes danger arrives smiling, flirtatious, beautiful as fuck, body is on 10, right? Like, so you gotta, yeah, man, you gotta learn how to just read the room, all right? And sometimes, bro, like I know you want to have fun, and you know you want to have 2-for-1 specials, 3-for-1, all this. Sometimes, bro, you just gotta be like, look, I tell guys here all the time, especially like people who want to live here or who gonna be here for like a month, 2 months, bro, just take it easy. You don't have to get every girl number. Like when you see, like, they be like, bro, you be chilling for real. Like I see women every day, all day, bro. Like I don't need to run down on every woman that I see. Sometimes sometimes you just need to see me. You know what I'm saying? You need to enjoy I'd be like, look, bro, I don't need to get shorty number. Like I most likely 9 times out of 10, I will see her again somewhere, whether it be today, tomorrow, a week from now. I'm gonna see shorty again, and I always see them again, bro. Like that's why I'm like, I don't need to be that desperate, right, to just run down. Now you got some American dudes out here, they need to get every damn girl number, and then it could be 3 or 4 girls right here in this same little fucking group right here, like in the same vicinity, and you still just grabbing girls' numbers, like as if these other 3 or 4 girls don't see you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just moving very like rookie-ish, bro. Like I don't know. I don't be doing that shit. I like to stick and move, bro. Like if I get a girl number here, cool. I'm not gonna get nobody else's number right here in this little area, because that shit can fuck up your plays too, right? And some people just don't know how to move for real. But I don't run down on every girl that I see. You know, I see beautiful women every fucking day, bro. Like, so I don't need to do that. But if you cannot depict and decipher like certain things, I've been here long enough to where I know like little shit like, you know, recognizing little games or, oh, you ain't even talking to me on a date. I'm not gonna pay for shit here. Like, I'll pay for what I had and then the rest you can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that. But and they'll get pissed, bro. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've had Brazilian women as of recently, like, not like me because I'm not a fucking dumbass gringo. Like, I'm not gullible. I'm not green. I'm not a easy lick. I'm not, you know, they be like, damn, bro, like, you're not, bro, basically, like, they get upset the fact that I'm not wide open like that. Like, I'm just not gonna let them run game. You know what I'm saying? They get pissed, bro, like, and then they'll block my number. Like, bye, motherfucker, like, you gonna get mad at me because I ain't just finna let you run around like that or run game and try to finesse. Go find another gringo that's gonna be letting you do stupid shit like that, or you could take advantage of. So some of these women, and it'll help you, like, it'll help you. You don't have to be like a yes man to these women out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stand on your fucking principles, stand on your morals, and if that's not what you fucking with, don't just bend your morals, nigga, just because you want some pussy. Like, if that ain't something you fucking with, or if you know you on a date with a shorty, or you know, like, yeah, like, I'm seeing the red flags, but nigga, I'm finna crack both of these shorties. Like, and it's my first time with two girls at once. Like, sometimes, bro, you just gotta be like, nah, I'm not feeling that shit. One of y'all can come, but yeah, shorty ain't coming. And I've had situations like that, bro, where I'm like, yo, you can come, but shorty can't come. Or if she's coming, shorty paying for her own shit. Or you can come to the crib, but shorty can't come to the crib unless I got a homie that's coming too, and she gonna be there occupied by him. But both of y'all are coming, I don't know, because I don't really know her like that for real. So if she's coming to my spot, I know you're gonna be with me, and she gonna be with my homie, right? She not just gonna be chilling in my crib. That's not happening. Sorry. Or I'll call her Uber home, and then you'll come with me solo. No, because I'm sleeping in her house. Okay, then when both of y'all go home, then like, so you can't not just be that desperate for sex, bro. Like, I'll send both of their ass home in an Uber, right, and link up another day when it's available just for me and her. But you got some dudes who they'll keep denying the fucking flags, and then, or, you know, it's like shit like that, bro. Like, no. So that would be my take, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all in the next story time, bro.